Hello, everyone. This is Benjamin Ramirez. I am going to be doing basically games versus people my level. That is my idea of what I'm going to be doing. Um, so that's pretty much the reason why is because when I show lessons and do stuff, I'm playing easy bots. I'm playing games against people that are lower rated, and I figured that. Hold on a second. And basically, the you don't get to see how people my level play against people my level. And at 1500, it's not super great, but I would like to show you how it is. So, like, let's say if you're looking to get better and you're under 1,000, and you want to see and you wanted to see how, let's say, how it is for me against people that I'm playing against. So for that reason, I kind of wanted to go over my games and play my games and show my thinking and so forth. And I might win. Of course, there's a chance for me to both win and lose equally because they're going to be people my level. And I hope that I can illustrate and explain my thoughts, especially when winning. So I really hope you guys get to enjoy and see this. So, all right. I'm going to also go ahead and do this on my own page as well. So like, okay, I think I shared it where I need to share it, and I am ready. Okay. Hope the music is not too loud. If you want a tiny bit louder, I can make it a little louder, but I try to make it low enough to where you can hear a tiny bit and also be able to do this. So, all right, starting soon. All right. In my own opening report, I always play D6, and almost everything is D6 for me. That's my opening move for the most part. And here, I go for the perk. Perk defense says right here. Most people usually play like that. Some not always in the same order, but usually play moves like this. That's the normal stuff that people usually play. And he chose this one. It's a little different. C4 gives me more issues, and then knight to C3, and then you have 3 pawns in the center. So I'm happy about this. Usually, when I attack this pawn right away, and I defend it, it actually helps me out because I really hate it when I see C4 and then knight to C3 because the 3 pawns and this pawn here it really cramps me out a little bit. I have to find a way to break through usually, so I'm more relaxed. It's actually pretty helpful for me. So. Is the music fine, by the way? I know someone's in chat, so I figured to ask if the music is fine. Thank you. And this is the perk, yeah. I like it. A lot of right now, the fact that he's taking his time means he doesn't know any theory in the perk. Right now, yeah, this right here is very common for the perk as well to attack this way. One second. Yeah, can you guys hear me good or no? All right, I think. All right, never mind. You didn't. I decided to check it out myself and put it on YouTube on my phone. Okay, I can hear myself just fine. I did appreciate the answer. I asked like 5 times. I feel really silly doing that. Thank you. All right. It just makes me feel silly just asking the question. I have no idea at all. All right. So I'm attacking the bishop here. If I go here, um, sometimes it's a good idea, sometimes it's not, because he can come in with the queen and attack h6. Let's say I develop normally, and he develops, and I castle. He can go over here and trade off by bishops, and the bishops in the perk is a very strong piece. So you kind of don't want to do that. You want your bishop on g7 and attacking this huge diagonal. And I usually do a queenside attack and try to promote a pawn. That's usually kind of what I go for when I play the perk whenever it's possible. That's kind of the idea that I like. Because of that, sometimes knight to g4 is a good idea, moving the bishop out the way. The bishop can go to c4, but I'm not sure exactly when I can do something here. Basically, if I play g4, he moves in, I bring the knight in, and eventually try to attack this way. But that's too far out there, so I'm going to go ahead and just go to g7. Yeah, I have it on loop, by the way. It's like a really weird YouTube video. It's like 8 hours long. So I can hear this all day long. So let me see here. All right. I think he's not doing what is normally recommended. So like I said earlier, it looked like he didn't know the opening. So this right here doesn't do much. I'm wondering if he's playing very passive and close to himself because he doesn't know the opening, which can help, which means he's probably more of a structured player than a tactical one. So because of that, I'm assuming that I can start playing subtle moves that can lead to tactics in the future. I think that probably might shake him up. That's my guess. So I'm going to go ahead and castle right now and slowly get ready to make an attack and try to make it not super obvious. Because if he feels extra protected and he can protect himself, then there's a good chance he'll miss something, which is what a lot of beginners do too. A lot of beginners do that. But when you start to learn like a little bit of structure and a little bit of positional stuff at this rating, if you're too focused on it, you use tactics as well. So you learn tactics, and then you lose tactics if you're not careful. Okay, so now he's going ahead and get ready. If I go here now, he can just take, and I can take back, and then he can come down. So right now, there's no way for me to stop him from doing this, and I'm fine with that because he has nothing else going on. Normally, the knight coming in is a dangerous idea with the queen on the square. That's like super crazy. Don't have to worry about that. I can just attack the center, and if he goes in, I can take the pawn, and what is he going to do? We can trade, and then he can take the pawn. I can develop the threat. I can move c4. So now I'm thinking about how I can attack, counterattack, because I know what he's going to do. I can't stop it. So, like, what am I going to do now? And I think the center is probably the best bet. And then just take off the center. I always can go c5 here. But if he takes, what am I going to do? You know, it's like a free pawn. And if I take back and he comes in, then I have to trade bishops. I have the open diagonal, but no bishop. So that's bad. I also can move rook to e8. So if he comes in, I can move back. So there's a couple of ideas. I can move the knight in, not the bishop, the knight in. I can play e4, e5. I can play c5. I can play rook to e8. So now I have to think about what's the best decision. Now this is where, like, if you're really experienced and you're a master, you kind of already know all this stuff. I have to figure it out. And plus, since I don't have lessons, I don't have anyone just tell me, and then I can just move on. So this is where I'm at with my my journey of chess. And it would be nice if I can fast forward it. But if I make it to masters doing this my way, I would have a lot of pride of accomplishment. So it's not all wasted. So if I go here and he takes, what if I go here and he goes there? Then I take. Yeah, because if he takes, I don't have to take back. I can just move the rook over. And then if he goes down, I have the diagonal. So I like the combination of the two moves, and I think I got the right order for it. So I think that's gonna work out well. I combined the two ideas, so let's see how this works. If he takes, like I said, I'm moving back because I expect bishop here. I want this control of the diagonal. I really do. And if he goes here first, then I can just simply take. And he can't take back right away. I can also take first and let the queen come in and then take the pawn for free. That's also nice too. I can get a free pawn if he goes bishop to h6. Okay, he didn't go bishop h6. I'm not interested in capturing right now. I am interested in saving my pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and move my rook over. That way, if he goes down, I get to move back. And I have this whole monster diagonal. And sometimes it's okay to lose a pawn for another advantage. And in this case, it's for the control of the diagonal. It's a really hard thing to know when that's okay or not. The best bet is to try to figure out, let's say, basically control squares, initiative, and so forth. And it's kind of, yeah, it's just a lot to think about. It's hard for me sometimes to figure out. And I think this right here is fine. So I'll find out. Actually, I won't find out because my game, I can't use the engine on the Chrome top. It'll crash it. This thing is old. All right, so you got two pawns. I don't want to take it because then if we trade, let's say we trade, he's just up two pawns and there's no queens on the board. That will make it really difficult. And then this pawn will also be isolated. So he'll be up two pawns and it'll be a weak pawn on top of all that. So I'm thinking about just developing. And if he decides to continue taking pawns, I'll just take out the queen. And there's a lot of open space, which is not normal in the perk. And I can just go ahead and develop and just find a way to start attacking. Because I have a lot more mobility with my pieces than he does. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I also should probably move this first. That way he can't come in with his pieces. So I'm going with that. I'll pre-move this. Since I don't want to trade queens, that's what I'll do. I'll just take the pawn back. So it's the mainline bishop e3. So bishop e3 is actually a mainline move. I didn't know that. I thought it was a passive move. I don't know if he was trying to remember his theory or if he just didn't know what to do. But it says mainline bishop e3, so I never really see that. So I thought it was a non-standard move. Okay, I pre-moved that, so I already knew what I wanted to do in that situation. So now it's really up to him on how to handle that. I don't know. I don't really like this too much. I feel like I lost too many pawns, but I feel that I still have a couple of things going for me. I mean, I can easily develop and come out and possibly place my rooks on the D and C. That's pretty much what I think is good. That's kind of what I was looking at. I'm trying to figure out exactly what to do, but I think I should just develop, and bring my rooks into D and C8 possibly. I'm not sure if I want to do a battery or not. At least not yet. Um, I also can just attack his pawn just to create a weakness somewhere. But I think developing is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and develop first. I'm kind of behind in development, so I'm going to do that. I just realized too, based on the structure, it might be better from to castle queenside because I don't have that many pawns over here. I mean, but then again, I can maybe attack the king this way and just march up. That's kind of something I might think about doing or trying to do. Yeah, I like the idea of queen of b4 as well. So queen of b4 is an idea. Bishop here, possible pawn up move. My rook's coming in. So I have lines of attack. It's not all lost. I have lines of attack. I did get rid of 2 pawns just to try to keep this in case he tried to come down, and I can move my bishop back. So I did go 2 pawns, which I never did before. I always done 1 pawn. So that's why I'm a little uncomfortable with this. But it is all not lost. I don't know if you ever played any other type of games or like duck chess or four-hand chess or anything else. I've tried duck chess. It was pretty interesting. You basically move and put the duck somewhere, and your opponent can't land on that square or move past that square. That's actually really interesting. I think duck chess helps you with tactics because it makes it more like where you can interfere connection between pieces. Well, let's say a queen and a bishop or double rooks. You can put a duck in between them and prevent their communication so they can't attack properly. Um, Also, defending a piece. Like if a bishop is defending a piece, you can literally put a duck in between the bishop and piece. You can take it and then put the duck there so you can't capture it back. Like it actually makes tactics a lot more scary. There's a lot more stuff you can do. I know people say the only one as good as King of the Hill. That's what people have been saying in my group. Um, but that is not true. King of the Hill is helpful for center control, and Duck Chess is very good for tactics. I think it's very helpful with figuring out how to interfere, blockade, and other factors. It's really good with that kind of stuff. Um, Four-man chess is it teaches you to be a bit more reserved because you can't just trade pieces because there's 4 people. You trade pieces, you and that person are going down because the other people have like massive stuff. So four-man chess teaches you how to try to be a bit aggressive without trading pieces. Otherwise, you're just gonna lose. Um, so there's a lot of. I think they're all beneficial. Blindfold chess is good too for visualization. I like that as well. I wonder why he's thinking so much. There's not much he really can do. He can castle, maybe move the rook here to have control. So I can't just. Well, maybe I could anyways. You know, bishop c4 to attack a pawn because he can easily bring the knight in and try to attack that square. I'm gonna have to defend it, but then if I defend it, he can just take it, and he's up 2 pawns. So for him, his job is to trade pieces. Like that's what he needs to do. He needs to trade pieces with me and win. All he has to do is trade pieces, and then after pieces are traded, bring his king in and try to make a queen. That's basically all he has to do. So I'm a little confused on why he's taking so much time to figure out how to go about that because this right here is an obvious move to me because he can just try to come in and create weaknesses. And even if I take the knight and double the pawns up, he can still castle and bring his rook over and have and push the pawn at some point, attack the knight. Like he has lots of stuff he can do. He has a lot of stuff he can do. And that's why I'm a little confused on why he's taking as much time as he is. Unless he's just trying to make sure that he has a victory, or he's looking at a complicated line. That's also possible, that he's trying to look at a complicated line. Early, he kind of took his time in the opening, so he wasn't familiar with it. He was a little bit defensive. So, yeah, actually, yeah, I don't think he's looking for a complicated line. I think he's very positional. He's probably, yeah, as I thought, he's very positional, so he probably was trying to find a safe move, is what he was looking for. And my job is to. I want my rook here on d8. But I also want my bishop moved. I want this up. I want all kinds of stuff. It's really sad that I can't make 3-4 moves in a row. There's a lot of stuff I want to do right now. I also can move the pawn. For some reason, this feels right. I don't understand why. I really want to do this move. The reason why I don't like... I can move in to attack this bishop. But I don't know, because I don't want to actually just capture it. I want to be able to trap it in and then attack it and try to... I'm not sure. He'd have a huge pawn chain if I did that. But this pawn is backwards, so it would be a target. Backwards is basically... This one's in front of it, and next to it is anything defending it. So it might be a target. Let me see something. Can I target it later? Let's say I capture it. He moved in, and I move the bishop somewhere. He can actually just push it immediately because he has the bishop and queen, and then he can push it again. But the rook will also prevent him from taking anything. So I kind of like rook to... I like rook to d8. I also like this move here. I don't know why. I really want to play it. I really do. Also, the bishop has not any squares besides this one. If I push it, my bishop maybe can fianchetto this way and attack this pawn chain, making it difficult to move any of these pawns forward because then I'd be able to target a different pawn. So I like that. I like this, and then possibly fianchettoing later. There's no tactics available right now, so I'm not really thinking very tactically because they just don't exist. There's nothing really there. So it's good to look at different stuff and try to understand what you're doing and why. But this allows me to develop my bishop. And also, as I develop my bishop, I can move my other rook in and try to eventually attack this bishop. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and fianchetto like I planned. There's nothing specific right now that I can see that is standing out to me based on his last move. And I'm going to be getting ready to just kind of come in. Hopefully he's happy about that. See how he responds to that. Maybe he'll respond to that. Be kind of nice. Okay. I don't get that move. He can't move here or here because the pawn. So he literally moved to a square where he cannot do anything but go back because he can't go forward. And even if he moves this, I can just take it. So this looks like a really bad move. Really bad move. But he has to go back. I don't know how. I don't have a copy and pasting for my YouTube. Do I have a link here or no? No, I don't see how I can do it. Definitely not going to share it now. That would be bad. I like rook to 8 to d8, like planned, and then eventually coming in to attack the bishop. I don't see why I can't continue with that plan. I'm gonna play different music. I'm gonna let it like jump around. See if I can switch it up. I like this. That's my favorite song, by the way. My favorite chess song. I can listen to it all day long in a tournament. Yeah, I'll just send him a message in the PM and just give it to him that way. All right. So he still has the option to castle king or queen side. He hasn't given up where I should attack yet. So pretty much right now I'm still focused on the center because I gave up my pawns. So I should have control of the center with my pieces and my diagonals and files. Like this is what I need to do. And I gotta find a way to break open and bust this situation up and possibly win one pawn back. I really want to win one pawn back. It's really bugging me that I've lost 2 pawns throughout this. Let's see here. Knight to e4. Knight to e5. Both attacking the bishop. I really focus on that piece. I don't know if it's bad or not, but I am. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I want to take this. I also can, after attacking the bishop, even move the rook up and over to have more pressure. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, so if I do take it now and he moves, that would be bad because he can just push. Yeah, I already figured that out. So I need to do this first and then take. And then if he takes back, I get to take the pawn, attacking the queen. So it depends on what he does. If he pushes f4, I might be forced to take prematurely. But also, it would allow my bishop to maybe have some room. So, yeah, I'm glad my bishops are on these diagonals. I really am. Because it helps me out. Like I said, if he moves any of these pawns, it can cause him problems. So, if he moves up and I take, this is a nice diagonal. And then I can try to push it. And if he pushes up for any reason, I can attack the knight. Pawn's defended by the queen, taking this pawn here. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And that's for sure. This type of stuff isn't super simple for me. I have to take my time to figure out. And it's just like for you guys, like everyone's under 1,000. It would take a long time to see tactics that I can see immediately, and a lot of positional stuff. It takes me a long time to see that someone else may see immediately. You know, some like a master would see immediately. So my practice is how to get to see this stuff faster. And once I do that, I can, you know. Okay, so do I take here? I also have this where I can attack the queen. He can't take it. That's a tactic. That is a tactic. I like it. He can't take. What would he do? He'd probably just move his queen out the way. That's probably what he would end up doing. Just moving the queen out the way. And then I can take this bishop, which I was worried about this whole game. Now I'll attack the queen and also open the diagonal. He can move the queen back and be safe. Yeah, I think I can do that and eventually call check and takes pawn. That's really far ahead. That's really far ahead. I shouldn't get a hold of myself. I'm just gonna go ahead and make the move here, but I do think I have a weird way to bring in my pieces and actually call checkmate. If I think I see a way how to do that. Yeah, knight to c4 is amazing. Like it is amazing. It is. I really think that I don't know if it's forced. Well, I like literally can see like maybe 6-7 moves on the round where there's a possible checkmate pattern in the future. Okay. I think that's the move that I expected. And the idea was to take this first, him take back, me move the knight in, attacking, him moving back, and then me calling check, forcing him back, taking the pawn, him taking the pawn back, check this way. I think that's what I was looking for. Let's see what he does. The problem is it's not completely forced. So it's like if he doesn't play it exactly, I don't know how good my position is going to be. I think it's going to be good, better than his, but let's see. Yeah, I've never tried music in the background because I always was worried about copyright stuff, but obviously it's not my music, so I don't really think it matters. I don't know how it works exactly, but okay. So knight to b4, or g4. I'm sorry, wrong notation. G4. He goes back, check, take, and that's mate. I think it's mate. Is it? Check. Take. Oh, if he takes his mate, he doesn't have to take my knight. He does not have to take my knight. I can still go ahead. Let's check. And when he moves over, this capture is going to be forking his. So his best bet is to stop my. Yeah, if I take, he takes, he takes. Well, that's not good. I can't do it no more with the queen. I might have messed up. I don't know. This is a really good blocking move. I mean, even if I take it, he can just take this here. And then he can block everything off. So it's not me. It's not me. That's a false flag. Yeah, that's the type of stuff I need to really learn how to calculate. Otherwise, like if I missed a calculation, but it's not bad for me. But if I miss a calculation where I blundered and I lose the stuff, that would be horrible. So like I can't make those type of mistakes, especially if I want to be like master in the future. Like my idea is, even though I'm studying myself, I don't have lessons, and I've heard a bunch of trash online about a whole bunch of stuff, especially because of my age. I started studying chess 2 years ago, almost 3. Had this count forever, but I never really studied. And I'm like in my 30s, and I've heard a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm doing pretty well. I went from 12, 1300 to almost 15. So he found it. He found the move, the defense. It's the only defense. Everything else would just simply lose. And also, if I take it, he can just call check this way and then take this as well. I don't see what else I can do. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, if he took my knight, I would have called checkmate. Yes, queen h4 would have been checkmate. So either I take or move my queen out the way, and I can move my queen over here. That way I can come up this way. No, I can't because of the knight. I'm just gonna take it. Worry about the fire later, repercussions. Okay. This looks like it's not a fork because he can take it. Wait, actually, it is a fork. I think I win a piece this way. Yeah, I think I win a piece. But he also can move his rook here. But I can take his queen. He can take my queen. But then I'll take his rook. Yeah. All right. This is definitely getting lively. All right. This is go ahead, man. Just go ahead and just take some pieces. This is perfect. I can take back. I can call check. Those are two moves I'm going to be looking at depending on what he does. I'm going to calculate these different moves. Not this one because he has minor pieces focusing on it. So if he takes it one way, if I were to take this, I would just lose my queen. So my calculations would involve these. Yeah, Queen H4 is definitely still on the radar for sure. It is definitely something I consider doing. Okay, I did not consider that. These are the three ideas. I don't really see much of anything else I can do. So I don't like bishop to g7 because now my pieces become passive. And I'm trying to win a piece here. He's just gonna move his. I thought I had a free piece. And I thought I had a free piece. Let's say just move over. Queens on dark squares, light squares, not to worry about. And this bishop has control dark squares. Not to worry about the queen eventually coming here because the bishop has it covered. Bishop also has these squares covered. So moving my bishop back means that it's in defense mode and I can't touch or target anything because it's pinned. So that would be bad. I don't want to pin my queen. That'd be really bad. Yeah, I don't want to pin my bishop for sure. Oh, I just realized something. I could actually send him my channel. Um, I should probably just move this way. This is more vulnerable because of this file. Definitely don't want to do that. Hey, 1 second. I'm trying to do something here. Hopefully, it doesn't kick me out. Okay, he moved back. Okay. I'll try to think a little bit while I look at this. How do I share? Yeah, 1 second. I'm trying to do something here. Hopefully, it doesn't kick me out. Okay, move back. Okay. I'll try to think a little bit while I look at this. Okay, there it goes. All right. For this move here, let's see. I'm gonna have to get out of here so it doesn't keep voicing a voiceover. um, I'm gonna have to bring my rook over near my king for defense. That's kind of what I'm thinking about. Okay. So now, okay. Rook over, or possibly rook over. Basically, rook over one way or the other. That's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. If I kick this knight out the way, I also get a free pawn. So here, and here are my candidate moves. So let's see here. This is also a weird move. You can take it. Checkmate. Ooh, this is tricky. But if he's watching, he's not going to fall for it. But I'm going to try it anyways. I want to try it. Oh, no, it's not checkmate because he can just move his queen back. I feel dumb. Yeah, that was dumb. I can't even do what I wanted. But if he takes it, I can use my bishop to attack it. And then he had to not be in his diagonal, maybe go somewhere else. But this is the only square you can go. Anywhere else would be checkmate. So I'm going to have to find a way to make up for my mistake. This was a really bad mistake. I can take. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I made a mistake. I was looking at 4 moves, and then I'm like, I literally just didn't even think about it fully. E3 is pretty good. I think it'll help anchor things in, and eventually just take and just come down. I'm gonna do bishop to C and attack the queen that way. Time is getting a little low. I probably shouldn't have looked up that link and took off 2 minutes trying to figure it out. But yeah, I'm not gonna attack the queen this way. So the queen can't go anywhere on these diagonal squares and would have to be forced to go somewhere else. He can't go here because the bishop, can't go here because the rook, can't go here because the bishop. If he goes here, I might be able to take up the queen. This is the only actual safe square. It is h5, by the way. This is the only safe square he can go to. And after that, I'm just going to attack the knight and possibly start to just go ahead and take a pawn. I need to make up for that. I really messed that up. That pawn move was bad. I thought that if he took it, then I would just have a mate, and I didn't realize he can go back. That was a really bad miscalculation on my part. I can move up, and I can do that. This is another checkmate threat. Obviously, if I take, it won't be checkmate because the pawn will take the rook, so I can't do that. But if he takes, I can just go ahead and be mate like 4, I think. Or 2. Yeah, 2. Okay. He fell for it. Oh, he has his bishop too. I can take it. And then the queen. I can take it. The f4 wasn't that bad after all. I got lucky. I mean, he could have defended against it, but... Oh. Okay, well, I'm going to have to take the queen. I feel a little dumb. I mean, I have this move as well, too. You can just defend. It'll take a while. I think I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I had to take the queen first. I can't go to rook to g8 yet. I had to take the queen first. Because the queen could defend. If I went to g8, the queen could have went back. And then if I would have taken it, I would have lost the whole rook. So I call it check. He only has one square to go to. Or I'm sorry, right here. It's the only square he has. And now, pretty even material. I'm just going to go ahead and try to force something here. Yeah, his king's out in the open. I'm going to try to take advantage of that and push him more to the center. And that way I can use my rooks and my bishops to possibly checkmate him if I can in the center of the board. That's what I'm going to go for. Keep trying to think of different ways to checkmate this guy, and he's been pretty good at defending everything that I've thrown at him. But then again, we're the same rating, so there's a reason for that. All right, let's see what he does, man. See what he does. He can move his rook over. Okay, he doesn't do that. I can pin it and just take it. Like, he has literally no defense. Like, he literally, he gave me a free bishop. I don't even have to think about it. Even if he takes this, I can just call him out and call it check. Maybe he thinks he's going to be doing something with his pawn because his rook is defending it. but I can easily and if he after he moves away, move down. If he takes, I take. I'll be threatening the pawn and also defending my bishop. That was a really bad blunder. I was like immediately. Yeah, and chess puzzles will help you see stuff like that. That's why it's super important. I keep telling you guys like puzzles because there's lots of pin, fork, screwers, deflection, decoys, all types of stuff, and you have to practice them. You have to because in game you will see them easier as long as you're practicing them. Like it may not be the exact same position, but you're not a computer. You're not remembering positions exactly. What you're doing is remembering like rules. Like pin is a rule, deflection, decoy, those are rules. Forks. These are like things that can help us understand chess better. We're not a computer. We don't learn like a computer. So I'm gonna bring my bishop in the game and just start harassing the king. There's not much he can do here. Think about taking the knight and making it easy. All right, so gotta find a way to keep him in the center, and I think this is the best way to go about it. I don't want to think too much because he's running low on time, and I don't want to give him time to think. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just. All I'm doing is trying to take away squares from the king and finding a way to grab him from promoting at the same time. And he probably should go here, and then I can call check this way. Okay. Or I can just take the pawn too. But I'm gonna go this way. Okay. I'm gonna call it check. The idea is to corner the king and make sure he can't do anything. I'm gonna bring the rook around. Yeah, I'm gonna bring a rook around. Anywhere my bishop goes, it's going to be check. So I can literally just pick off a piece. I'm going to call it check. He's going to probably get flagged. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep checking him and trying to flag him. I'm going to go ahead and call check. It's a pretty cheap plan. I can actually take this and call check at the same time. Call check, and that should be game. All right, that was a good game. I'm gonna go ahead and get off now. I think that was a good enough game for a live video. We both pretty much ran on the clock, so it was definitely an hour worth. I try to keep them less than 2 hours, so I don't want to do a second one. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, share. It's just this is how I think when I play chess. And if you're under 1,000, you can tell this is a lot of thinking, and I'm not a master. And if you looked at videos from masters, like grandmasters and stuff, you'll see that they already know a lot of stuff that I'm trying to figure out. So, and I already know a lot of stuff that you're trying to figure out because you don't know probably very well positional stuff, and also tactics are probably harder for you to see. So, I'm assuming, hopefully this is easy enough for you to understand, and try to see what you need to do to get a little better in chess. So, all right. Thank you and good games. Hope you guys appreciate it. I'm gonna get going now.